Walking as comfort. In Chinese history, there have been many famous advisors known for their sharp insights and courage, celebrated for their honest advice. But have you heard about an ordinary scholar who dared to challenge a king and even convinced the king to want him as a teacher? Let's explore this story. During the Warring States period, there was a recluse named Zhan in the state of Qi. One day, King Shun of Qi called him to the palace. When Zhan arrived at the palace entrance, he stopped. King Shun asked him to come forward, but Zhan stayed where he was and said, "Your Majesty, please come over here." King Shun thought Zhan was being rude, and the ministers criticized him, too. Zhan calmly replied, "If I walk up to you, it means I envy your power. But if you come over to me, it shows you respect capable people. It would be better for you to show respect for the worthy." The king asked, "So, who is more noble, the king or the scholar?" Zhan answered without hesitation, "Of course, the scholar is more noble." King Shun pressed further, "Is there any basis for your statement?" Zhan replied confidently, "When the state of Qin attacked Qi, the king of Qin ordered that anyone who dared to chop wood near the tomb of the respected scholar Liu Shaji would be executed. He also promised that anyone who could behead the king of Qi would be rewarded with a title and gold. This shows that a living king's life is even less valuable than that of a deceased scholar." King Shun had no response. The ministers quickly intervened, saying, "Zhan, our king rules a powerful state. How can you be so disrespectful?" Zhan smiled gently and replied, "I have heard that during the time of Emperor Yu, there were myriad lords, and this was because they respected scholars and recognized their talents. Yao had 9 assistants, Shun had 7 friends, Yu had 5 ministers, and Tang had 3 aides. Throughout history, there has never been a successful ruler who did not rely on the help of scholars. Therefore, a king should not feel ashamed to seek counsel from others or feel embarrassed to learn from them." Zhan's words finally enlightened King Shun. The king then asked to take Zhan as his teacher and offered him generous rewards. Zhan politely declined, saying he preferred a quiet life, and he shared a popular saying, "Eat late as if it were meat, walk slowly as if it were a carriage." This means that waiting until one is hungry to eat, even simple fare, can be enjoyed as if it were a feast, and taking your time when walking can be just as comfortable as riding in a carriage. After saying this, Zhan left. Later, the saying "walking as comfort" came from this story, used to describe a simple and happy life. The conversation between Zhan and King Shun highlights a key idea in traditional Chinese culture: the people are the foundation of the state, and their value is greater than that of the king. Zhan successfully persuaded the king to respect the scholars, while he himself chose a life withdrew from the limelight. For over 2,000 years, he has been admired and respected by people.